Hello, how are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for your time today. And I have to tell you, I was lucky enough to see this film at the Toronto International Film Festival back in September. And oh my goodness, Penelope, your performance, honestly, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Just bravo to you for this. What was it about Laura that immediately connected with you?
Well, first of all, the possibility of working with Asghar Farhadi, whom I think is a total genius. When he called me like more than 5 years ago, and he told me about the possibility of doing this together, I I engaged quickly with the project. We became kind of a team, and he was sending us once in a while. He would send a new treatment. The story was advancing and evolving and changing, and it was an incredible process to see. You know, he really stops everything in his life for 5 years every time he makes a movie. Sometimes he makes like another one every 2 or 3 years, but like especially this one because he was not gonna do it in his language or in his country, or he was not gonna be talking about his own culture. And I think what he did is like kind of a miracle, because you see the movie and you forget that this is an Iranian director telling you a story that happens in Spain and really immersed in the Spanish culture. At the same time, a story that he could have put in many other countries and it would still work, because he's like the expert on human X-ray, like human relationship, human complexity, and the beauty of that, no? And he's a very special. To me, he's more than a director. He has a very special sensibility, and I think that's
Yes.
in every one of his films.
Absolutely. And I have to ask you, how did you get through portraying this woman? I had to have, I would think, out of everything I've seen you do, one of the most challenging and gut wrenching roles you've ever played, Penelope.
I agree. I say it was the most difficult that I've had to do until now. And of course, I was happy to have, such complex material in my hands. And the most complex, the happier we are, as actors. But it's true that it was really challenging, and it was a long shoot. And the way that Asghar works, he's totally honest, thank God, and he doesn't want to see anybody lying or playing tricks or faking anything. So you know that you will always hear the truth from him. And that's a blessing, to have a director that is not going to be happy with whatever you do, or is going to be afraid to tell you the truth. He's always honest, and that gives you like a safety net. Like you just want to give him your 100% in every take, or at least
Yeah,
try.
absolutely. And of course, you've worked with your husband Javier before, but what was it? What is it like to have him by your side? There has to be a comfort zone, especially when you're playing a character like this.
In a way, it can be a comfort zone. In a way, it is more delicate. It's not something that I feel like I could do every 2 years. This is something to do once in a while if it makes sense. But of course, the level of trust and connection, and you almost know what the other one is thinking. We work in a very similar ways, so of course that helps. But we don't want to take advantage of that either. Like try to use that working together too much because no, we know each other so well. No, I think we will see when it makes sense. We will do it, but I don't think it will be too often.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. And being a mom too had to have affected you playing this role as well. In real life, I mean, you have two kids. It's, oh my goodness, I don't know how you do it. I really don't.
In which way you mean?
Just to be a mom and to connect with this character as well. But you know, you kind of it's sometimes hard to take away your real life and be a character as well when it's such deep material like this.
Well, what I do is that I don't take my characters home, and then when I'm on the set, like the level of concentration that you need for a character like this is total. So like you don't have time to be joking around or watching TV between shots, like reading other material. You have to be totally focused. So it's like a marathon. I experienced this like a marathon. It was like 4 very intense months But at the end of every day, I would go home with my family and leave the character on set. And I don't think that would make my work better to take the character home. And I don't think it will make my life better either. And the more I grow and the older I am, I feel like more secure about this feeling that acting is about imagination, about jumping from fiction to reality as many times as possible in one day, but fully, like do things 100%. But I don't want to stay in a state of like what that wouldn't be acting. That would be something else, more related to your own ego and trying to force your own things into that character. And it's your own vision of that character, but then your life is your life. It has nothing to do with it, and it would be a different interpretation of, by these actors, these other actors, different ways to see things, different ways to see the world. But
Yeah, well,
it has to be
yeah.
separate from your life, I think.
Oh, you're so right. Penelope, you're so wonderful. You've done such a great job. I hope people really go out and see this movie. Congratulations to you. And you're always welcome here in Toronto. We love having you in the city. So have a great weekend, and
Thank you,
the best to you and the family.
Thank you so much, and the best to you too. Thank you.